70% of home sellers in Boise, Idaho drop prices, most in the nation. Utah, Colorado cities rank close behind. Guys, this is the beginning of the housing recession. We're kind of seeing finally the prices drop. Look at this. Pandemic boomtowns are again leading the nation with the largest share of sellers slashing their prices as COVID-19 related housing frenzies hangover sets in. So what happened, right? People are sitting there having a great time, sitting in the, working in the Bay Area, living the rat race, whatnot, paying a ton of money for a one-bedroom apartment. Coronavirus happens, they got to work from home, and they realize that the city sort of sucks and they want something different. Cities are nice when there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of action. You walk, downstairs from your apartment, you're in the middle of a busy street. That's awesome. But what happens is coronavirus changed all that, right? What coronavirus essentially did was it shut down the city. So people are like, hey, if I'm going to be stuck in this apartment with everything being closed, I might as well go somewhere nice like Boise, Idaho. And what ended up happening was it just made a huge boom in the real estate market. Could you imagine these guys from San Francisco walking into this town and looking at a house for, $200,000, $250,000, and they're like, oh my God, I could buy 5 of these houses. Remember, the median house price in San Francisco is like 1.5 million, right? So again, they showed up to this town, they loved it, it's outdoorsy, pretty, and it was cheap, and they get land. But again, now after coronavirus, they realized that this wasn't the right decision and they want to move back. And now if we jump into the Redfin weekly housing data, look at the new listings. Look at, people are like, okay, I'm out. I'm out. I did it. I bought it. It's nice, but now it's time to go. And this huge rise in inventory, with houses sitting on the market longer, people just they want their money. Maybe they made a little bit of money. And like I said, for many markets, the window to sell your house, to get those huge prices, the window's getting smaller and smaller. Look, we're about to cross that 2021 level right now. We're almost there. This is the beginning, right? As we see the prices really come down. Again, huge bubble. This is what is going to happen. Now, most likely we are going to get to those 2019 levels, and it's going to be very painful, and it's going to happen somewhat over time. I don't think it's going to happen overnight, but in these types of markets, we might see them happen a lot faster. The only thing is, this is the what happens when you move from a big city to a really small town. It's a huge change, and it takes a while to adapt to it. Just the same as if someone was coming from a small town to a big city. That's a huge change too, right? And it's like when the story I say is like when you go to Hawaii, right? And you go on vacation to Hawaii and it's beautiful and you're digging your feet on the sand and you're like, you know what, I could do this. I could live here. Oh my God, I love it, right? But the truth is, living in Hawaii is a lot different than going vacationing in Hawaii. So just remember that, right? That's something that, we love to fantasize a lot of the times. We love to say, what would it be like if we got to experience this 24/7? I could tell you that people in Hawaii often get island fever. Why? Because there's nowhere to go. If you want to go anywhere, you literally got to get on an airplane, right? And you could drive the island in one day. So imagine being able to drive your entire town, your entire city in one day. I mean, it gets kind of crazy. At least here, if I wanted to drive to New York, I could be driving for 5 days, 5 days, 4 days, whatever, and it's just going to be driving. That just doesn't happen in Hawaii. So anyways, point of the story is that sometimes, what happens is people try something different. They love it for the short period of time, and then they're like, it's way too much of a change. I want to get back to normal life. And this is somewhat what we're seeing, right? Now, this is a very unique situation. This is not necessarily representative of the whole market. This is just like specific cities where people flocked here because of coronavirus. But the fact is that we are seeing a housing bubble across the entire United States as a whole. Now, in these cities, obviously, yes, they're higher of a bigger of a bubble, but regardless, we're still seeing a huge bubble in pretty much not just housing, in every sector. Everything is very expensive right now. You know, inflation is just keeping prices up, and we're gonna have to see how this all really, you know, comes to a head, because it cannot sustain itself at these levels. Now, we know that the economy is naturally slowing down, right? We're not that fast, but we're naturally going into that slowdown period. But now we also have the Feds raising the rates, which is artificially slowing it down even faster. So this is going to be a little bit crazy. You know, you're going to just have to listen to the news, stay informed, you know, try to, you know, see all the different perspectives, because a lot of the people have their own agenda, right? You know, someone like someone that works in housing is not going to tell you that it's all going to come crashing down. They're going to say, like, no, it's not that bad. But that's why you kind of have to look at a more holistic, more macro level to see where it's all really going. Now, I want to just say thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I truly, for everyone who's been commenting on my videos, liking my videos, supporting my channel, thank you guys so much. Now, if this is the first time you're watching my videos and you like what I have to say, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button and go ahead and like and leave a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.